So there is this new mobile game, the Division Resurgence, and many people are playing this on emulators on PC for different reasons. It might be for PvP advantage, it might be because it's difficult to play on mobile phone. Anyways, I will be covering and comparing three most popular players on the market: LdPlayer, Mumu Player and Bluestacks, and show you how they work, tell you which one is the best in my opinion, and so you can choose yourself which one to use. I will also show how to fix the common bugs for each of the players or the emulators. So in this is the game, just a picture of it. So this text file right here in the notepad covers all of the summary. You can pause and read it yourself, but in short, the best player is Bluestacks because it offers the smoothest experience and the keybinds are fully customizable, and it's the best player for the smooth playing experience, and so you can adjust the keybinds and everything that you want yourself. The second one is Mumu Player, which offers the best graphics, and if you are into just casual play and want to play on maximum graphics, choose the Mumu. And the LdPlayer is also customizable with keybinds, but it has terrible frame drops and the gameplay is not smooth at all. So why should you choose emulator to play? So the main reason for many people is physical pain. So when you hold the phone, your wrists are painful after a long period of time, especially if you have gamed for years. The same is with holding a gamepad controller. So the position where you need to sit and look at the phone is usually your neck is bent to the front, so your neck and shoulders hurt. And when you look at the tiny screen of the phone or tablet, your eyes are stressed all the time because you need to see the small details, so your eye vision gets worse. Anyways, sitting and playing game at PC, looking at big screen and controlling it with keyboard mouse is much better than playing it on phone. For the health reasons. For health reasons, not playing any computer games at all is the best, but as we know, people will play them anyway, so it's better to choose to play on emulator to save your health. This can be used as advantage in PvP, but the PvP on mobile is a joke. It's laggy, buggy, and usually the system just decides which bullets will hit and which not, so there is like the competitive aspect is not tied to your skill or control anyways. So don't stress about PvP. So the goals in my review was that I need to autorun and sprint without holding the movement keys, and I need a smooth gameplay. Smooth gameplay because I want to farm the NPC and do the missions fast. I need to aim fast, I need to hit more bullets, so I spend less time sitting and playing the game. And macro options is just optional if you just need to do some repetitive tasks. So emulator smoothness settings. The biggest problem which causes lag is the Hyper-V on Windows. So regardless of which emulator you choose, first step is to disable Hyper-V on Windows. how to do it, just open Start and type in and search Windows Features, and then you find the Windows Features window. It looks like this, and then you make sure that the Hyper-V right here is disabled, like empty box here. Next one is Windows Hypervisor platform. This one is empty, and optionally it would be best that virtual machine platform is off too, Windows Sandbox is off, and Windows Subsystem for Linux is off. I don't know about these subsystems, but I had the Hyper-V turned on, probably because I was using it before. I have upgraded this operating system since Windows 8, I think. I cannot remember, so it's old. It went through Windows 10 and now it's Windows 11, so anyways, this was on and I don't need it anymore, so I disabled it just to get smoother gameplay. The reason why Hyper-V and this Windows Hypervisor platform is interfering with the emulators is that it is also an emulation software some kind, and it basically just slows down the emulators. So when you turn this off, you will get more frames per second and less frame drops. It will be smoother gameplay in emulators, all of them. So no matter which one you use, just make sure these are empty boxes right here. The Hyper-V and the Windows Hypervisor platform are the two most important. And you uncheck them, click OK, and then you restart the PC. And once you have done that, then you have to set up your emulators. No matter which one you choose, if there is option, choose OpenGL, because Division is locked to OpenGL, not Vulcan, and OpenGL will be smoother. And Bluestacks is the only one that can force to use OpenGL instead of Vulcan, so that's why it has the smoothest operation. Mumu right here and LD, they use the Vulcan, so they have bigger frame drops. They might work better on other games that uses Vulcan, but Division Resurgence is locked to OpenGL. I will show you later. About the performance cores, you need 4 CPU cores and 8 to 12 gigs of RAM, and the newest phone model available. So for the Bluestacks 5, the S22 and S21 Samsung Galaxy is available, but no matter what phone you choose, the system detects like the emulator software or something, and it just adjusts the graphical settings available. So in Bluestacks 5 you can get maximum 45 FPS and mid-tier graphics. But despite that, it holds the FPS very well, and minimal frame drops and a smooth experience. In Mumu you can select Galaxy S25, so you get the maximum graphics settings and max FPS, but you get more FPS drops. So always, it's not about how much FPS you can get maximum, it's about how much FPS you get constantly without drops. That is more important. So that's why Bluestacks is the best. And the LdPlayer also has available the high graphics settings and 60 FPS, but the FPS drops badly down to 8 FPS, and it's constantly around 30 FPS, like half of this. And there are other glitches, and let's start with the worst one, which is LdPlayer, which I do not recommend for this game. So the first thing is that it has problems with the resolution. You cannot select tablet mode. It will always ask you that it needs like vertical alignment or something, and you have to fix it. So I have selected mobile phone resolution right here, but I will show you, it will ask me to fix something, and that's stupid. The model is Samsung something. You can select one of these, it doesn't matter really much, because game detects whatever underlying code or system the emulator has. So the vertical sync doesn't help the frame drops. It doesn't matter if you have it on or not. The audio network and shortcuts and other settings, you can leave it by default. So basically what you want is 60 FPS. Model doesn't matter that much. The resolution can be this or this. Anyways, when the game fixes the resolution, it goes back to this. But I want to play at this, and I don't really have an option. But Mumu and Bluestacks player lets you play at 1080p. So we will leave it at this, and I will show you that it asks to change. So LdPlayer also has pop-up ads and on-screen ads, desktop ads, which is annoying. Like when you get rid of ads, like there is a pop-up ad and full screen ad, this game requires portrait resolution to run. And let's click restart now, modify. And now we go into the settings and it has modified it to lower resolution. I don't know why. It just does that. You can force it to play on this resolution, but then you have to remove that pop-up window and not click change. I will show you how. So you open the game, get rid of ads, and then you click no more prompt and just press X here, and it still launches the game. But if you click like on the home screen and then you click back, there is pop-up again, and you say no more prompt and close it, and there's always pop-up, so it's stupid. Now it says that the system or the emulator is antiquated. I don't know what it means, but it probably means it's old. So the game asks, please buy better phone. You will have problems. And this explains the frame drops. You can press confirm, it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, just press the X. Now there is a server. You choose the server, and this button is Vulcan or the OpenGL. So this button usually lets you select either Vulcan or OpenGL, which graphics thingy you want, and the Division says Division does not work on any other graphic thingy like OpenGL. It is locked to OpenGL and you cannot change it. So if you use Vulcan, it will get more frame drops. If you use OpenGL, it's smoother gameplay. Bluestacks is the only one who can force use OpenGL, so it has the best gameplay. And that's basically it. Now we will enter the game. And I will show you how bad the lag is. The LdPlayer has customizable buttons and some scripts, so standard stuff. And you can pay attention to the FPS in the corner, bottom corner right here. Like the max is 60, but it will be around 30 all the time. And this is without much shooting, just I start moving camera, it drops to 8 FPS. And now it stays around 30 FPS. And when I stop, it slowly goes back up to 60. And this is just idling and not moving too fast. Like running around in the city without explosions, without other players around much. You get 30 FPS all the time. It's kinda laggy, and then you get bad stutters when the game tries to load walls and the future streets and something that is ahead. I make a turn back, it drops to 10 FPS. This is pretty bad gameplay. Still better than phone, but very laggy. If you have a good phone, you would probably get more performance by mobile controls, but this is not the case. We want to play on PC. So the stutter is bad and the frame drops are bad. And since this is the main goal of all of this review, just to get smooth gameplay, there's no much need to go further into customization and things like that. Just don't use LdPlayer. Now we move to the candidate number 2, the Mumu Player. The settings for Mumu Player, device settings, graphics renderer. You can either choose Vulcan or DirectX. DirectX is just in case you cannot launch game at all or something like that. It's like old compatibility mode. Vulcan is the new one, but there is no OpenGL option, so you can just stay with Vulcan. Performance 4 cores recommended. I have 6 total, so I choose 4. If you have like beefy PC, you can choose more. Memory 12 is better, but 8 is enough. GPU memory usage, optimal graphics selected. Forced to use discrete graphics card, of course, and you don't need memory optimization. About display, I chose the tablet 1080p and 60 FPS. It's locked to my screen refresh rate anyways. Don't need more than 60 actually. Screen settings. You can adjust the screen brightness, which is very nice, and if it feels too dark you can just crank it up to 100 and you will better see everything in the dark corners. And if you have bad vision, this is a very good option. like Mumu is the best for the graphics, and that includes brightness, window position, size. This can be like default, auto rotation on, and you don't need these two. The sound is I think default, same as disk, network. About model, choose the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. It launched back in 2025, so it's a recent model. But again, it does not matter too much which one you choose, because the game or system detects the underlying code or the interface of the emulator, and that determines which of the graphics and FPS settings will unlock inside the game. But just in case, just select this model, which is a quite new one. And this is basic settings, don't need to change them. So it says Android 12, and Mumu offers the maximum graphics settings at 60 FPS, and Bluestacks here says Android 13, and even though it's newer Android version, it offers only 45 FPS and medium graphics, so it's kinda lie misleading, but yeah. Let's just launch the Mumu Player. It has some good scripting, and you can change the keybinds pretty good. It offers some different commands than Bluestacks, some are better. But generally, performance wise, it crashes more on startup because of Vulcan. And when you try to change the system settings, like the resolution and the RAM size, the game crashes, so you have to launch it like 2 or 3 times so it launches. Sometimes it does not like some of the settings you pick, like resolution or the DPI, and it will not load to the character selection. The game will let you choose the server, and the game still says it's only OpenGL, you cannot select Vulcan, and the game will crash, like not letting you, like this. It loads 34% and it will crash. So you just try again. You just try second time. If you cannot launch the game on the second or third try, then go into the settings and change something, like the resolution or the RAM size. So this could be annoying to launch the game on Mumu. But once you get it started, it usually stays good. It doesn't like that you launch the game on different emulators, but if you use only Mumu, it gets more stable. Like on the second try, it went through to the character selection, and if you keep just using Mumu, it will be more stable. Again, pay attention to the FPS counter right here.
Serious trauma detected.
Compared to LdPlayer, Mumu holds the FPS much better.
Serious trauma detected. Serious trauma detected.
Pathetic!
But when we start running around, the FPS start dropping to 40 FPS. And sometimes to 30 FPS too. But it's not that bad. About the keybinds, it has a predefined sprint lock keybind. So you press the W to run forward, and you toggle the sprinting lock with shift. So you have to press V and then shift, and then release shift and release W, and then it keeps sprinting, which is good. You don't have to hold the sprinting buttons. The problem is that you cannot just cancel sprinting while still moving. Like, I press the shift, which cancels the auto sprinting, but I have to also press W to stop, and then I have to move forward in a running speed again. In Bluestacks you can customize this. On Mumu you can also customize this. I believe it has the custom scripting commands, and you can make this work too, I think. I have not tried it, but I believe you. So this is a good feature. The problem with the keybinds on Mumu is that it has some predefined keys that you cannot change. Like, for example, the V on Medkit. We will try to go into edit the keybinds, and now we see that we can only change some of these keybinds, and we cannot change V, and we cannot change the double tap spacebar or the spacebar which is on taking cover. So I put a space on this roll for a workaround to avoid entering cover at all. So I don't want to enter cover at all, so I just made a space key here. Normally on Mumu the double tap spacebar is a roll, and the spacebar is taking cover, but since I moved the space, another space here, it works as a workaround. So no matter how many times I press spacebar, I will never take cover, which is a good trick if you mostly play PvP. In PvP you don't take cover. Cover is death. And in PvE also, cover is usually death. What you want to do is just to hide behind the cover and peek around the corner. If you take cover and lean out, you take much more bullets and damage. So cover is death. And if you want to avoid, this is a good trick. You put another space thingy, space keybind here, and then you don't take cover. Like, if I move it here and save, now it should work as usual. I press space. Interesting, it doesn't work. Let's try to move it right here. And now, yes. Now we can take cover by pressing space. And the combat roll doesn't work. Double tap space doesn't work. So the keybinds are kinda glitchy, and you have to experiment and do a lot of testing to know how it works out. And yeah, that's the kind of annoying thing for the Mumu. So why would you want to play it is just because of the graphics settings, which are here. And for the testing purposes I use the same settings on all emulators, which is the lowest possible. All of this is turned off. The advanced settings is the lowest you can go, and the resolution is always standard and the graphics medium. Medium because if you select low graphics, then you cannot see the grenade radius. Like now we see that where we will throw the grenade, and it also affects the ultimate skill, the big grenade launcher. Now we select the big grenade launcher, we aim, and we see all the area is marked orange. So when you aim very far, you need to see it. But if you select low graphics settings, in that case you only see the border. I will show you. We select low, we go close, and we start loading. We reload the game. So when we go complete potato graphics, and now we select grenade, we only see this tiny line, but it's not enough to see which enemies it will hit far away. Also the same thing applies for the big grenade launcher, the ultimate skill. You just cannot see which enemies you will target in the distance, which is important. So that's why you need medium graphics, not low. Use low if you get like very poor performance and frame drops and low FPS, yes, then select low, but you should go with medium normally. And on Mumu we have unlocked a high frame rate, so we use maximum 60. Medium is 45, which is for Bluestacks. And for Mumu we also can use very high resolution and very high this one. So you need to use 30 FPS, and then you can select very high graphics, very high resolution, and also we will select everything on high just to show how you should be playing on Mumu if you choose to play this. It's not for the high FPS, it's for the graphics. And let's close and start loading. So if you play Mumu, it's for the graphics. And the game crashed again. This is the annoying thing. But once you set up your settings and don't change anything, it gets more stable. Now let's check out the Mumu with the maximum graphics. It will be locked to 30 FPS, but the graphics will be stunning. People usually think that more graphics settings is less FPS and the game performs like worse, but lately it's not actually the case. as if it has been with the Division 2 and also with the other Ubisoft games like the Crew Motorfest or the Crew 3, where actually the maximum graphics settings perform much better than lower graphical settings. I don't know why, it's not logical, but you know, you got more FPS and more smooth gameplay when you select maximum graphics. So let's see if this is the case with the Mumu Player and the maximum graphics on Division Resurgence. So let's just keep attention on this FPS meter and also generally how laggy and stuttery is the game world. Like once we load in and the game renders the surroundings, it's pretty good and stable. And when we try to sprint and make some moves, it drops to like 15 FPS. But considering we have everything cramped up to the max, and I have a potato PC which is old, this is good. So if you have a beefy new PC which can handle a lot of processing, like strong new CPU, go for the Mumu Player and then select maximum graphics and enjoy all these beautiful, stunning graphics you get. So the FPS holds pretty good at 30. We will try to get some fights going.
Object of interest detected.
Like the cars are on fire. Everything looks more beautiful. It gets a bit laggy when you open inventory and things like that. The faces are much prettier. So this is how you play on Mumu. Just everything maxed out. If you want a little better performance, you can turn off the VFX. Like, put it on low. The game will not reload when you change these settings below. It will reload when you change the graphics and resolution, probably. No, just graphics, I think. Resolution, the frame rate can be changed like without reloading. So when you change these graphics settings, then it reloads the game. So again, Mumu is best for graphics, and it has some glitchy keybinds. It has custom scripting options and comments you can learn about in their website. They have instructions how to use them and the syntax for the coding. So you can make your own like key down, key up versions, and to make your custom version for the sprint lock, just like in the Bluestacks. So you can just keep running and then press one key and then keep moving, but just not sprinting anymore. Right now you cannot do this with the predefined keybinds. You have to stop completely and then you can be at the run speed, which is annoying. Okay, I think I told everything I wanted about this Mumu Player. Let's move to the Bluestacks. So the Bluestacks, the normal and beta version works okay. So I tested this on Android 11, which is the standard version of Bluestacks 5. I also tested on Android 13 beta, and they are both the same. It doesn't matter which phone model you choose, and they both have either Vulcan or OpenGL options. So there's a little sound glitch which is easily fixable. Bloatware might come with some Bluestacks X or something, but you can uninstall it. Minimal frame drops, yes, it's more smooth, and the keybinds. And oh yes, and the mouse lock is it works way better than in Mumu. In Mumu you can either turn it off or on, but in Bluestacks you can pause it and you can navigate the game better that way. So we will choose the newest one, the beta, and let's go into the settings for the Bluestacks. So we will choose 4 cores and the maximum memory it allows 12 gigabytes. 8 is enough. For the display we will use 1080p landscape and 320 dpi. 240 is also okay, but we will just use the maximum for better graphics. And this is the important part. You just select OpenGL only to force to use OpenGL. Since the Division is locked to OpenGL, we will force this emulator to use only OpenGL, not the Vulcan, for this game specifically. And once you set this up, just press start. And let's go into the more settings when we open the emulator. So these are the same. Enable high frame rate, we don't need it. VSync also not needed. Display, I changed for the system default cursor, this stays the same. For the graphics, yes, we need OpenGL here. Interface renderer, we need software, and this ASTC needs software decoding, like that. And yes, dedicated GPU. Game settings, not needed. Devices, not needed. Also this not needed. Preferences, you can disable like startup or something like that. I'm not sure if... oh, the AI highlights, turn it off. And upload the video recordings to the cloud automatically, also off. Open Bluestacks store on start off, and all the features and ads just turn off. Basically, escape key behavior, it is imported for all of the emulators. You need to switch it off. Like exit full screen, you don't want escape key to exit full screen. You want to put it on full screen, and you need escape key to exit out of the menus, not the full screen mode. And you don't also want escape key to unlock your mouse cursor. So these should be off. This is very important. About the phone model, the beta version has only this one, and the standard version has S22, but it doesn't matter. The game will not open you better settings no matter which model you choose here. So don't change it. The keybinds, I don't know, stay the same. So these are the settings for the Bluestacks. So 4 cores, 8 or 12 gigs of RAM, 1080p, like this. Most important, OpenGL only. And in the preferences, turn off exit full screen. Escape key should not exit full screen or unlock mouse cursor. So once you set up this, all of this, just install the game, launch it. Now when it comes to on-screen controls, sometimes there is a glitch where you don't see the control buttons, and that might happen randomly or when you try to load the predefined script with the keybinds. And to fix that, you just make a new keybind like this. I don't know, press some keybind, click save, and then these buttons will show on the screen and you will see them. So again, the game says it uses OpenGL, but Bluestacks now is forced to use OpenGL, so it matches the game. It loads faster than Mumu and LdPlayer. Or not. Well, it didn't crash at least like the Mumu did. So there is the sound glitch where you don't have sound in Bluestacks, but you just press home screen right here, click the game again, and the sound should come back on. It seems that the game, yep, it froze. Let's just reopen it again. It's probably because we are switching emulators. But if you use the single one, it should be smoother. About the keybinds, if you don't see the keybinds, just toggle this switch and it should, those keybinds should appear. This game usually runs a lot better, but you know, when I now decide to record it, now it just is not functioning as it was before. So before the video recording, it launched pretty good. Without, this is like the first time I have this kind of freeze. I don't know, maybe it's because the game recorder is on or the screen recorder is on. Let's just restart the machine. Well, it says beta. So I launched it without the screen recording. Maybe that is the problem. So again, to fix the sound bug, you just click the home screen. So there is sound on the logo, but after that the game is silent. If we can load in, I will show you. But you just press the home screen and then game again, and the sound is back on. Like no sound here, there should be sound. We click home, back game, and the sound comes on. And that's it, that's the fix. You do this one time on startup, no problems after that. So the loading screen looks promising. We have the in-game sounds. So we have a 35 FPS. Why is that? Let's check the graphics settings. What have we here? Standard frame rate. We want medium. So this is with the standard frame rate you can get high graphics settings, and you cannot get medium or high the resolution. So it stays standard. You can get a little bit more graphics quality if you want, but I want more FPS and smooth gameplay, so that's why I choose medium graphics, standard resolution, oh, now I get it. So the thing with this game is that these settings or graphics settings are saved in the cloud. So when you change device, like we changed the emulators here, it remembers what settings you used on the last device, because the settings are kept on the Ubisoft servers or something. And now that we loaded the game on this emulator, it remembered that on Mumu we switched to the maximal graphical settings, right? So it kept the maximum possible graphics quality like this device or the Bluestacks allows. So we have these settings on, and we had like these to high, but we showed on the Mumu that we turned at the end VFX quality low, so it remembered that. And this is how this works. When you change devices, your graphics settings and your sensitivity settings also transfers to the other device, except for the graphics settings. Like Bluestacks game does not allow for Bluestacks to pick very high and high here, so it's reverted to the next best thing, like high. And about the sensitivity settings, what you need to change here is the touchscreen sensitivity. You don't need this, and you don't need the keyboard and mouse. On the emulator, what you want is touchscreen sensitivity, and you want camera sensitivity when you are not aiming, the third person aiming sensitivity. Whoopsie, we need it back to what it was. 80, yes. And you need shooting sensitivity, firing sensitivity. So now it's 90. So let's show you 90. So 90 is a little bit too fast, and we will change it to something less. Let's just test it. We will set it to 0, and that way we will test if this is the right setting. And now the mouse does not move at all. When we fire it moves, but when we are not firing and we are not aiming, it does not move. So this is the same, firing is the same, but we cannot move our mouse when we are not aiming. So this is the right setting. As I said, touchscreen sensitivity. Let's just set everything to 50 and see how this works out. So everything to 50. Aiming, not aiming, and firing. For the smoothest experience, it should be the same. Always the same sensitivity, so you can play smoothly. And let's go to the graphics settings, and let's just click medium. FPS, medium, here, everything to low, everything off. You can leave this on for the better graphics, but it's not needed. We want performance, so this is how we will leave the graphical settings. Again, sound is here, but then the sound is lost, and we click the home button and back to the game, and the sound is back on. And now we can switch to the full screen, and when we press escape, it does not exit full screen, which is great. We need to press F11 again to exit full screen. The escape key will be used to exit all of the menus, whatever menus we enter, like we enter here, settings. We just check if the graphics settings is changed, how we like it. Yes, that's right. And we just press escape. We open map, we press escape, and we are back. We go to inventory, change something, check something, press escape, it goes step back, press escape, it goes step back. Let's do this again. Let's go inventory, guns, improve, let's click the mods, upgrade. Now we click escape, 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 escape. Works like on PC, beautiful. Now let's check the FPS here. How much are we getting? It's stable 45. We run around, we look around. It holds up pretty good. We enter the mission area. There's a slight lagginess, but after that it's pretty good. Let's try to kill some NPCs.
I see you.
Let's get some explosions going with grenades, with turrets. So now I cannot move. So there is some problem with something, with movement. I don't know why. I'm stuck right now. And now I'm unstuck. I'm not sure if it's related to the emulator itself or maybe some game lag. But this has happened before on the Mumu too.
You bastard! Come on, let's roll! This'll be sweet! You're dead.
Serious trauma detected. Signature ability ready.
Let's get some explosions going.
Serious trauma detected.
So now I'm using the customized sprint lock, and I can just toggle the sprint
Take him down!
while still moving. I can just turn it on or off. My keybind is a C for sprinting. Oh, I will die now.
Agent deceased.
Yeah, so the best thing about the Bluestacks is the customized keybinds. And we just click the editor right here. And these are pretty basic, like on the PC, QE and Y for the ultimate skill. It's default on T, but it's too close to reload, so I put it one button further so you don't accidentally press it. Then these ones are as you like. I like, you know, this setup like it's here. So the pinky finger, little pinky, just chooses whether you sprint, whether you roll, or whether you climb an obstacle. About the auto sprinting, we use the script key, which is like this, and you choose a button and then you press the little cog here, and it says script key and it says script properties. So the button is positioned right here and we get coordinates, and when we move the button somewhere like here, we put it where we need to press the key, like to get the coordinates. Like if we want to press like this key, we put it there, press the cog, and then we note down or copy or remember these coordinates, and then we go into click on this script button. It opens the scripting text here, and then we can write the commands. For the sprint lock we use like key down, the command was, I think, and yeah, the coordinates we need for something else, like tap 5.1, 5.6, we use coordinates, and then we type other commands. Anyway, this is how the scripting works. So we have this script button with key down W. What it does is when I press button Z, the character will start running. It basically keeps the V down until I press V up. So now I press the Z button and the character is moving at the running speed. And to turn it off, I just press W, because W is key down and key up. So the Z button is W only down, and the V stays down until I press W, which is V up. And the same thing is for the shift, but it's on different key. I put it on the key C. Let's just go into editor, controls again. So the button C is key down shift. And what it does again, it just holds down shift until you press shift up. And shift up is on the basic shift key. So when you press shift, it's shift down and shift up. And when I press C key, it just holds down shift until I release it. And that's how you toggle the movement speed. So right now I press the C, and whenever I start moving, I'm using the sprinting speed. So if I want to cancel that, I just press shift one time. It gives me the shift up command, and the shift button is no longer pressed. So with this setup, I can toggle auto running and auto sprinting on and off separately. So right now I'm moving manually, I'm using shift manually, I hold shift to sprint now, I release. Now I want to toggle the auto move, I press Z, and now I want to toggle the sprinting, now I press C. And if I, for example, stop, I press W or moving forward button, and now I stop. I cancel the C button. But now whenever I keep moving, the shift key is still pressed, is the shift down. And if I want to cancel that, I just press shift, and now the sprinting is cancelled. So I press Z and C again. I keep moving, but I just don't want to sprint anymore. I just want to run slower. What I do, I just press shift once, and it cancels the shift down button, which is on the C. And this is how I can have these auto running controls, and I can toggle them independently one by one when I like, how I like. And this is done by these script commands. This is the button, the script button again. You just choose the key, Krypton script, and use this. And Bluestacks website has the help page where they have the scripting commands available, and you can read about all of them there. So the other useful scripting command, which you see here, I have these script buttons, and these are for opening inventory, opening map, opening journal, which is missions and daily quests, and the tab opens like this menu. Why I choose the script is that I use the exit shoot button command. Exit shoot command, it toggles the mouse, like right now I'm on the exit shoot mode. I can click with mouse, I can click here, I can manage buttons, I can manage inventory. This is the exit shoot mode. My mouse is not hooked into the game. Basically, it's like a cursor. And now when I press this hook key, I can start aiming and shooting. And if I want to exit shoot, I press the button again. I will show you which one it is. So it is right here, and I have a tilde key because escape moves backwards from the menus, and then you press tilde key and you are hooked into the aiming mode again. So we will use the tilde key. When you press settings right here, it opens a lot of settings. You can switch crosshairs on and off. I use it on, so in the safe house you see where the center is. You always see when the center is. But you can play it with crosshairs off if you like. And you can change the start stop key right here. I have tilde, but you can put something else there, which is basically the toggling when you aim and shoot and when you click the buttons in menus. And the best thing about the Bluestacks is that there is suspend option, which is on the Alt key. And what this means is you just, while you hold this Alt button, you can use the mouse like I'm using it here to click buttons and click emotes maybe, and manage something, press some buttons, decline the friend invites and something, and then you release button and you're back into aiming mode. And it's faster than just toggling on and off that mode. I will show you. We close it, Discord changes. So we are on the exit shoot mode. Now we are aiming. I'm doing stuff, shooting, and now some random player invites me to his team, which is very annoying. I can probably use a keybind for that and put a button up there, but I just hold Alt and now I have my cursor free. I just press decline, or I just press the friends list, matchmaking, whatever I need to do something quickly, and then I release the Alt key and I'm back into aiming mode. When you use emotes, it's glitchy. I hold Alt key, I press emotes, I press emote, I release Alt key and nothing happens. I'm stuck. Nothing is moving. And then I need to press the tilde key, which gives me exit shoot mode, and then toggle it back. So with emotes there's this glitch, yes. But otherwise in menus it works great. Like I go into the safe house, I click vendor, I just hold tab, click yes, I want to buy something, I look at it, click back, and then release Alt key and I'm back to aiming. Alternatively, I can always just use this toggle with tilde key. I go off with tilde and then I press tilde to go back in. But the Alt key, just holding to do something very quickly, is a good option. For example, if I hold V and I'm moving and I don't want to keep moving, I use my thumb to hold the Alt key and then I click something quickly like decline option, and then I release and I'm back into the aiming mode while still moving. If I have to press tilde key, I have to reach with other fingers, which is inconvenient. So I forgot to tell about the rest of the keys. So controls editor, about these scripts, exit shoot. So what it does, it exits the shooting mode, and like I will press the E for inventory, and I'm in aiming mode, and I will press E, which is script key, and I don't have to press tilde to exit shoot mode. I'm already at the exit shoot mode. Then I press escape, I'm back to this screen, and then I press tilde and I'm back into the aiming mode. Like when I press some other key like L, which is not scripting key, I press L and I don't see a cursor because I'm in a shoot mode. So I have to click tilde button right now, and now I'm exit shoot mode. So just to make it faster, when you go inside the map or these settings, I use the script keys, which automatically brings me out of the aiming mode, so I don't have to press the tilde key one more time. I do stuff, I press escape, and then I press tilde to hook my mouse back into the aiming. So again, I will show you the command, how to make it. So you choose the script key, you position the key on the button that you would like to press, for example E for inventory. Then I click on this cog and I read down these coordinates, X and Y coordinates. What I do is I select it, click Control Copy, I copy this one and I memorize this one, 5.68. Now I press on this blue script, I type tap, and then I paste the coordinates from the X and then the memorized coordinates for the Y, whatever that was. And these coordinates are for the script, which remembers where to tap. And after that, after this tapping command is executed, it executes command exit shoot. And we click done, and that's it, and then we click save. And when you use the scripting command with coordinates, you can move this button away and it will still click these coordinates when you click that button. It will not click here. I will show you. We moved it here, saved, and we exit the editor. And to see our buttons, we need to click whatever button, and if we don't see them, we just click here and toggle these on-screen controls on off, and they should appear. Like if you don't see the buttons, just toggle it off and on. And now we have the inventory button here. I press I and it still presses the button on the bag. Like again, you see the orange circle, it just tapped there when I press I. So this is the thing with the script keys. You just put the coordinates in and it will always click here no matter where you put this. But just for the convenience that I know which button to press for the bag, I put it on the bag. So I will just put it back here so I know which button to press. So the J is here because it toggles the events, but it also toggles the missions. So this layout, I like this layout because when I, for example, press J, I have all of these buttons for all of these tabs. So the J is for missions, P is for map, K is for bounties, L is for weekly quests, and I or tab is for daily quests. And the close button is either escape or N or M. I'll just use escape. So when you click here, it brings you straight to the missions, and I just put an N just to make it more convenient. I want to view missions, I just press N, or I can just press J twice. I open this and then J on missions. Map is here. I open map. And the thing with the zooming is that you have to put zoom on yourself. You actually need to customize your keybinds a lot when you open Bluestacks. I will go into that more. So this is for zooming. We choose this zoom, and I placed it around here, and I make it big so it works better. When you change the size with this little button, you can change size of the buttons, and it works best if it's big like that. And for the buttons themselves, like plus minus works too. You can just press plus and minus. I use the comma and dot. So when I open the map, I just press dot and comma to zoom in, and as I zoom in, I can start seeing these oh, I cannot see collectibles because I'm inside the mission. Yeah, that's the thing. I need to exit the mission area, and then I will start seeing collectibles on the map. Let's check now. Let's zoom in. Oh, something didn't work. Okay, now I'm seeing the yellow. As I zoom in, I start seeing the yellow. First comes cameras, and when I keep pressing zoom in, then I can start see the other collectibles. It's kinda glitchy, but you know, this is Emulator on PC, it's not perfect. So as you zoom in and out, it will start like clicking on some of the icons, but you just keep clicking until you are zoomed out or zoomed in. Just keep pressing the buttons, zoom in, zoom out. And there are several zoom levels, so first appears the cameras, then you zoom more in and the rest of the collectibles appears. You can just move the map around, select them, track them, and collect them all. So this is how you zoom in and select track, and then you can get all the collectibles. Oh, about the keybinds themselves, how it works is that the game has defined some of the keybinds, like 1, 2, 3 for the 4 for these powers. Let's go into the settings and these keyboard controls, key mapping. Some of these key mappings are working in game, but Bluestacks has power to override them. Like for example, E is for melee attack, and the skills are 1, 2, 3, and the medkit is V. So on Mumu you cannot change it, and when you have some other key like changing first person view or third person view on V, it still also uses medkit, but it's not the case with the Bluestacks. I have remapped the C key also, which is for the microphone options and talking options, to use the sprinting. So when you remap the key for something else on Bluestacks, it overrides these default settings. I will show you. So let's say I want to use a I want to use a melee attack. Right now it's disabled because I have E key on this power. And I cannot use melee attack at all because Bluestacks is very nice and it overrides this command, and it's a good thing. So we will move the E key somewhere here. Click save, exit, and now we will press the E button. And the melee is not working because I have E key mapped somewhere here by Bluestacks. Now what we will do is just delete it. And we just remove the E key. And it's no longer here on the screen. It's not like a custom key binding by Bluestacks. We close it. And now we will press E key. And now the game is executing the default binded keys for the keyboard. This works really weird. Like, I will show you settings again. Like, these are the predefined keys that you cannot change. You cannot remap these. There are also no audio settings at all in this game. You cannot turn off music, sadly. or the chit chat and radios. Anyways, there's this melee attack key. And if I don't have my custom key, then I can use this key as a melee hit. When you get close to enemy, the buttons appear here. A fist button, which is for the melee attack also. But anyways, I never use the melee attack, and I don't want to accidentally press melee attack, so I rather use it on this power. So I will just make my custom control button, which is tap spot. I just click here, press E, click somewhere else, maybe move it where I want it to be, and then I click save, exit, and when I press E, now it just overrides the inbuilt settings and just uses this button. The same with the powers. Like, I press the button 2, and since I don't have any of the buttons here which says 2, it puts down this predefined power. I have mapped it to Q, so the Q and 2 works. But if I were to put a button 2 anywhere on here, like the tap spot, and I press 2, once it's on the screen like this, it will disable the inbuilt setting. Let's just click save, exit, and my power is now refreshed, and I am pressing 2, and yep, it's not putting down power. Now I press Q and it puts down the power turret. So this is how you override the keys, or you can just remove them. Like, the C key is originally bound for the microphone, and you don't want to accidentally press C in the middle of the fight. So I use the C for the toggling sprinting. Emotes, I don't use them at all, so I don't have any key here for emotes. I use the V for changing the first person view, so when I'm aiming I press V and it changes the first person. So this is workaround for shooting to the left side. It's best to shoot from this angle. You stay in cover, but you can shoot, but sometimes you need to shoot from this side and you are exposed when you move around cover. So you click first person view and you can move halfway back into the cover and you get less exposure for bullets when you shoot in this mode. And I have this key on Wii so that I can rebind the medkit to something else. And when I press X is for medkit, but you can use any other button that you like. X is for the medkits for me. About the grenades, I use the tap settings, not the release settings. And I tap the G once, and if I want to cancel, I have the B is cancelling key for me. I will show you the settings. So it was in combat something, entering cover, navigation, climbing, grenade throw mode, tap mode, like this one you need. And then you can cancel the nade. So I press G once, I aim, and if I want to throw a grenade I just press G again, and if I want to cancel I just press my cancel button, which is B. And this key binding setup works pretty well. Let's just remove the two and show how this all works. For that we need the controls. We just go and try to click X, and that removes the keybind. We click save, exit. Yeah, and we just press escape to get out of any menus. If we press escape right here, it should ask if we want to quit the game. But it's not asking it. Strange. It usually asks, would you like to quit the game now if you press escape? Now it asks. I want to exit the game. And we just press escape one more time and it closes the window. Okay, let's just use the auto sprint to get in the mission area. Press down Q, V, put down the powers, run around a bit. Now press Shift and W to cancel the auto sprinting. Now we are using the manual sprint. We can use cover, we can use rolls, we can use medkit. We are very mobile. And our powers and bleed did all the killing while we were just running around and evading damage.
Come on, let's roll.
Aiming works good. We can land basically all of the headshots.
Serious trauma detected. Serious trauma. Agent deceased.
So we are now on the mission, which is called one of the main missions, a humble pie, which is a really good mission for testing because we have to use specific weapons to neutralize enemies, so shotguns and marksman rifles. As long as we don't use those weapons, we will not complete this mission, so these enemies will respawn and we can test, use them as test dummies as much as we like. And we just fast travel to the safe house and then they respawn and we can come back and kill as many as we like.
Signature ability ready.
As See, this is why we need medium graphics settings to see which ones to target. And they get this orange color when they are in range.
Serious trauma detected.
So that's why we need medium graphics settings. Let's use autorun again. And now we just press shift to run slower and to cancel. Press W. Now we're on manual sprint and manual move. Let's just try this V thingy. We can aim from this side of the cover. Shoot. Let's just keep autorun and sprint again. Press down powers. We can use caps lock to just jump while sprinting. Roll, keep auto sprinting. So our hands are free to use any of these buttons like caps lock, control, Q, E, X, and we are auto running and sprinting. FPS holds really good.
Ready.
The aiming is smooth. We can land lots of headshots.
Almost too easy.
Serious trauma detected.
Let's finish him. Don't give him breathing room. Come on, I'll fuck you up.
Serious trauma detected.
Bingo.
Need to get some heals to heal up. We can aim pretty good at the far distances.
I'll get him.
Serious trauma detected. Serious trauma detected.
Stop that dumbass hiding.
So the aiming is still a little bit too much for me. We will make the sensitivity a little bit less for aiming and shooting. Let's go into the settings. We press tab. We're unhooked automatically. We press Y to get in the cog. Touchscreen sensitivity, and we just let's move it down to, let's say, 35. Everything down to 35. Aiming sensitivity also 35. And shooting sensitivity. Okay. Press escape. Tilde key to hook back into the aiming. And now it's less sensitive. We can aim a little better. Or not. Feels like it didn't change at all. The thing about the mobile version is that when you die, these NPCs they retain the health, they don't heal up. So you can come back and finish them off. So this is the difference from the PC game of Division 2. The Resurgence is basically a stripped down version of Division 2 on a Division 1 map.
I'm gonna make you bleed.
So they healed up this time, interesting.
Serious trauma detected.
Let's try to use cover this time. Try a sniper rifle. What we have here. Let's just take something with a scope. Okay, this one. I want a different scope. I want that long range scope. Let's back. Let's just press escape.
I'm gonna make you bleed.
And Tilde to hook up the key. Sensitivity is fucking high. Yeah, it's faster to kill them with the rifle. I use SMG for sprinting. You get movement speed. I have not tested it thoroughly, but it just says movement speed here. Movement speed 80, so you can run fast with this one equipped. The rifle, assault rifle, is movement speed 54. So when you have to auto-run long distances, just switch to SMG, toggle auto-run, and then you can just run all over the map. So this is my setup for the Division Resurgence, and yeah, it's comfortable to use. It's smooth. I hope you like it and make something out of it, of this information.